Hi again, it's Carol from Crinkled Path Journals, and I'm here to do a memory keeping with me junk journal spread in my altered cookbook. So let me find where we're at. I had this page that was skipped before. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of collaging on the back of this page today, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to share with you a little bit more about what's been going on with me for the last 5 months and why. So I have my scrap bins here. I've got this card that I wanted to use, and then I've got my green scrap bin and my neutrals. Let's start pulling. If you watched my video in September, you know that I lost my mom in September, and grief, it's different each time you lose somebody. My mom lived with us for 18 months since the start of COVID. So she was very close to us here, and we were doing a lot to keep her safe and healthy. And so it was completely unexpected when she passed. I really had a hard time doing anything. It really sort of paralyzed me. I can't think of a better descriptor than that. The littlest things seemed to just overwhelm me with emotion. I only got a few days off of work, I think 5 days total. I was doing my best to get my work done, and then I would come home and that was all I could do. And my husband, I'm so grateful for him, and my adult children were a huge support. They just picked up the slack where I couldn't do it. And my husband was cooking and taking care of a lot of the basics of the house. And so, of course, the one thing that they weren't able to jump in and do for me was crafting and my videos and such. I played with some ephemera. My husband took me on a couple different ephemera hunt trips to just kind of lift my spirits, and I really appreciated that. I just appreciate so much all the encouragement that I got from the people who normally watch my channel, who really reached out and sent messages and understood a little bit what I was going through and encouraged me to come back when the timing was right. And so here I am, and that was September, was sort of the start of that slump. We came into the holidays, we got away for Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving is now the holiday that I am sort of the main person in charge of the family gathering as far as Thanksgiving Day. And so that was really my first big endeavor, was to plan and show up and do that. Most of the week was very relaxing, and probably 25 people that we fed. And, there were some of them brought things too. It wasn't like I had to do every single thing, but I do the main parts of the meal. Then we had a wonderful time out on the coast with friends and family around that holiday week. And then we came into December, and I had a mishap at work, and I subluxed my shoulder, and I didn't think it was a big deal at first. Had Christmas break, thought it would be okay. Came back from Christmas break and realized, nope, this is more serious than just a ache or pain that's caused by my age. It's a workers' comp thing, and because the process with workers' comp is slower, and I can't go through my regular doctors. It has gotten much worse, and I'm still in the process with therapy, and I don't get my MRI until April, end of April, and see an orthopedic surgeon. And I'm really praying that it's not going to require surgery. Yeah, just really hopeful that that's not the case. We had a wonderful time over Christmas. We did a Disney trip with our kids, and that was their big Christmas gift from us. That was just pure joy, like to spend that time with them and really just enjoy them enjoying their holiday. Our daughters are both young, recently married in the last couple years, and so it's fun. We're getting to know our son-in-laws better, and we enjoy time with all of them. And they have been a huge support emotionally during this time, and I'm so grateful for that. Just getting some green background going here, kind of crazy stripes and strips. I'm feeling emotionally more ready to be back, able to do more. We are back doing ministry again. We had even kind of stepped back from doing our marriage groups. We just were meeting with our leaders who are still leading. So we supported our leaders, but they really were supporting us by actually running the groups. And we normally support them and run a group. So we just had to kind of step back from doing a group. And now we've been doing a group again, which has been good. We're enjoying that. And so slowly but surely, I am getting back to life. So thank you for your patience and your support. And of course, you know, if you do any kind of social media based art and sales, you know that the algorithms do not like you if you stop being consistent with your Instagram posts or your videos as far as the search goes. So I'd love it if you enjoy watching the memory keeping journaling or making junk journals. I do flip throughs of the custom journals that I have commissioned. So please share the channel, subscribe if you're new and you've just found me and you want to see more. I'd love to have more company here, and that would help me out a lot because of that lapse of time. It's going to take a while for me to get back into the searches. So this page today is really inspired because it has been in the 80s here in Northern California the last week. The first day of spring was this week. Everything is blooming here, and whenever spring comes around, one of the first things that pops up here are California poppies. I have always loved California poppies, but as a child, I learned early on about them being a state flower and that you're not allowed to pick the state flower. So my mom would buy me poppy seeds so that I could plant them in my little garden in the yard, and then I could pick them and use them in little flower arrangements at home, because when you grow them yourself, you can pick them from your own yard. You just can't pick them from any public lands. And so I had this card I think I'm going to just cut out this part and then save these embossed pieces for later and put this on here. But our California poppies are starting to come up. The lupin is starting to come up everywhere. My irises have been blooming since January, I think. They were being really overachievers this year, which I was glad of because the irises got transplanted last year and they had sat for a while in storage, and so I wasn't even sure they'd come back, but they did. And so I've got these beautiful big clump of purple irises. Okay, so I've got a bit of hodgepodge background here. Anyway, all the flowers coming up in our yard is really reminded me of those poppies that my mom would buy me the seeds and help me plant. I have this green memo. I think this came out of a Tim Holtz ephemera pack, or it could have just been a random ephemera pack from before our Tuesday morning closed. Honestly, I'm not sure. So that's what happens. I sort things kind of by color or by era or subject, and then I'm terrible about remembering where I got it from, but that's what my best recollection is. So I'll go ahead and do my journaling on there. And then, oh, this glue stick is terrible. Maybe I'm not gonna keep using it. It's very, very sticky. Yeah. Okay. And beautiful poppies. Now let's see. What else do we want? Let me see if I have any sticker flowers that I like. I have these. Let's see if there's a poppy looking flower in there. There is. Let's hope we have one left. There is a clothing company, online clothing company called Shein. I think that's how you say it. Sheeein, something like that. You would never know by the pop-up ads that they also carry a lot of like stickers and washi tape and funny little journaling ephemera things. And I'm pretty sure that's where I got these. They're very reasonable priced, sort of like AliExpress prices, I guess. But anyway, you have to go on there and you have to like actively search for stickers. Well, thanks for listening today. I think I'm going to just go ahead and do my journaling and get this video up as quickly as I can. I don't know, maybe I'll find a piece of lace to go across the top since I didn't get that very even. But I hope you'll join me in the next video. I have, let's see, well over a dozen pages left in this book to do. At the end of summer, I talked about doing a gratitude journal, and I still would like to make that. So that's probably going to be my next project in between continuing to do the memory pages. Everything in this book is memories from the 70s. And then after this one, I've been saving up some things for my 1980s memory journal. And so those are things to look forward to in the months ahead. I can't thank you enough for coming back and joining me after I was gone for so long. And if you have a special memory from spring, a favorite spring flower, would you share it in the comments, because your stories matter. I love to hear them. And I thank you again for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.